Hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about stuff. Don't forget to subscribe. Well, you can like as well, but I'm used to doing this. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already as we continue to go on this journey together. I don't know what I'm saying. Welcome back to, what's the word? The trend we've been seeing and people front running the United States. Yeah, for those of you who've been missing it, I'm not sure. I can't imagine how at this point you might actually have missed it, especially if you're into cryptocurrencies. The news constantly is every single day. This isn't ending. This is probably only going to get crazier next year. Upon hearing the news that the United States of America is going to begin buying Bitcoin like completely outright, other countries and states and nations and provinces around the world have been jumping on the bandwagon to announce it. We recently heard from MAKEOVER, who said that he knows people who basically run countries who are buying up tons of Bitcoin. One of his friends who lives in the Middle East, who knows a bunch of other rich people who also run countries, said that basically the game is on. Everyone's trying to figure out ways to get Bitcoin not as cheap as possible, but as quickly as possible before basically the United States is actually able to do so. So of course, once again, the trend, weird, right? What was the most recent one that we had? I don't remember. Was it Pennsylvania? I want to say it was Pennsylvania. Yeah, so it was Pennsylvania and Texas were two of the last ones that we heard about, for those of you who missed that as well. Individual states within the states are also now beginning to start to pass legislation so that they can also have a bill so that they can start buying Bitcoin as well. Next up on the list is apparently Brazil. It says Brazil is making strides in the crypto space with a new bill aimed at establishing a federal Bitcoin reserve. Yeah, so this might sound familiar, but it's not. But it is, but it's not. Years ago, there were two cities. I can't remember them. I don't know why. I keep wanting to say Rio. The other one is, I can't remember what the actual name is. But there were two cities in Brazil where the mayors announced that they were also into Bitcoin. And then one of them, I want to say Rio, announced 2 or 3 years ago, somewhere around there, that he didn't call it a reserve back then. It's similar to the mayor of Miami and so I heard on the news, former mayor of New York, who also said that he liked Bitcoin. I think they were simply buying some of it with the city's money. I don't know the exact. Anyway, the point is, Brazil, there's now a proposed bill as well there, like every other place where they're trying to legally get it done, as opposed to the idea that a lot of people had was that this would simply be a mandate by someone. But the nicest way and legalist way to get it to go through is by having people basically vote on it and say yay or nay, and then blah, 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 and then it ends up going through, and then it's a proposed thing that everyone is kind of more or less happy with. So Brazil is now, once again, for those of you who didn't hear, in the news as well. When we get more updates about this, of course, I will update you as well. But Brazil has been fairly crypto friendly over the course of the last few years. They've been one of the few places that I don't remember there being much friction when it came to what they were doing, the laws that were proposed, buying up Bitcoin and stuff like that. So we'll see exactly when this ends up going through. And I want to say also, probably tying directly into it, it seemed weird to separate these two things just simply because of, you'll see. Also in the news as well, another company has announced that they're going to be buying Bitcoin because it's the thing to do now. If you're trying to be rich in the future and you want generational wealth, you kind of just buy some BTC. Publicly listed Chinese firm called SOS Limited has unveiled its plans to strengthen its global crypto investment strategy, and they're going to be allocating 50 million US dollars into Bitcoin. A lot of people were quite surprised at this news because, how do I say this nicely? Usually in the cryptocurrency space, regardless of if we get news about something, a lot of people tend to not pay attention to it. So I know at least one person, one person out there heard me say the word Chinese and you went, that's not possible. So Bitcoin has never been banned in China. I know, surprise, right? Yeah, that was news that was spread by other countries years ago for a multitude of reasons. Bitcoin has never been banned in China. What is banned is, I believe, using it as a form of currency, and I think high-frequency trading, as far as I understand. You can still buy and sell Bitcoin, and it's mainly done at like OTC, over-the-counter, like actual stores. Like you walk in, show them your ID. Like the transaction works this way. And Bitcoin mining is also legal, and it was never actually illegal at all. That was also like some weird propaganda that was thrown around for a while. So there was an article this summer, 2024, where someone like was like, "Oh my gosh, guys, Bitcoin's not banned," and I was like, "Bitcoin's never been banned." And they were like, "Whoa, people can also mine it," and I was like, "That's always been a thing as we've been going over. What was banned for mining, as far as we heard, as I am not there, I can only give you the news that came to us, was that once again people were using the electricity from small towns and provinces for cheap electricity and also using it for free. And then these towns were like going like they had no power, they had no light. And people found out that it was like the 7,000 machines that were hooked up together. So basically you have to get like government approval if you want to have like a gigantic operation. And they basically say, okay, like you can use this area and you have to pay this much for electricity, yada, yada, yada. So that's where the Chinese firm is also coming in. Yeah, they're called SOS Limited. I wish I could tell you what they do. Strengthen global investments, plans purchase. No idea what they do. Couldn't tell you if I tried. But SOS Limited, maybe they make boats. Maybe they like put those gigantic stones onto sand to spell out SO. I'm not sure what you would do with a company name like SOS Limited, but yeah. It continues every single day. It doesn't slow down. That's because everyone's buying Bitcoin because it's going to be the future currency and all that other kind of stuff. I know it sounds like I joke or like whatever about it a lot of times, but nope. Just making sure that everyone hears this news every single gosh darn day because it doesn't change. It stays exactly the same every single day. This has been by far one of the most consistent things in my life. Hearing every single day, even before this year, hearing that companies and countries and millionaires and billionaires are buying Bitcoin. Never, ever forget. Don't you ever forget. Don't you even try to forget. There's not enough Bitcoin for every millionaire and billionaire to have even a third of a coin. Remember that. 0.33. It is now impossible for every millionaire and billionaire to have 0.33 Bitcoin. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. I do hope you all are having a great day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and supporting. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.